How are you doing, Wind Chasers? For another exciting episode here. Short episode, probably, but that's all right. I want to talk to you about how we're chasing the wind, how we're chasing after the Spirit in your life. I hope you're giving that some thought. Sometimes it's chasing the wind. I was just sharing with some friends of mine recently that sometimes chasing the wind, the Spirit is just that gentle breeze. We might have talked about that a couple times. Sometimes like a tornado is just, and there's times you just got all these things going through your mind that the Holy Spirit's giving you. So this morning I'm going to try and just focus on a couple things I see the Holy Spirit doing in my life. One of the huge blessings to me on Sunday mornings at the church I pastor, I have about 4 or 5 guys come in to my study and they pray with me. And as a good friend of mine says, I've been to college to get indoctrinated and everything else. So, you would think, oh, he's a pastor, he doesn't need to have prayer. I do need prayer. I need prayer more than anything else. I need the Holy Spirit to guide me no matter what I'm doing. And so I appreciate very much these guys praying with me. And about a month and a half ago, little 5-year-old guy in our church, neat little kid, just love this kid. And we're getting ready to pray, and the wind of the Spirit starts moving. Spirit starts moving. And I leave my study, and I go down, this little guy's in his Sunday school class. And I called him by name, and I said, come with me. I need your help. That was all it took. Little guy takes my hand, and down the hallway we go. We are on a mission. And I bring him into my study with these guys. And I take a moment and I explain to him why these guys are in my office. They're praying for me, helping me get ready for the important stuff. I've studied, I've gotten notes and everything else, but without the Holy Spirit to help me, I'm a gong, I'm a clanging cymbal, a gong, if you will. I want the Holy Spirit speaking through me. There's an opportunity to train this little guy. Move to the Holy Spirit. Go get him. Go get him. So we all stand there, and these guys are holding hands, and they got a hand on me, and the little guy's there, and all the guys prayed. They kind of go around the circle and pray. And I look over at this little guy, and I said, do you want to pray? Out loud. And he looks up and goes, no, thank you. Okay. So the next week, I see him again, and I said, hey, you want to come? You want to come pray with us again? He goes, yeah. So down he comes. We circle up. The guys pray for me. I look over at him when the last one's prayed, and I said, do you want to pray out loud? No, not this week. Thank you. The next week he was gone. The next week he comes, and it was funny. I think he's after my job. I hope he is. He sees me, goes, Pastor, do you want me to come pray with you this week? I said, yes, I do. You come down and pray. Okay, he's come down. So he comes down, he hops into my chair and sits at my desk and starts taking over. I'm like, what's going on here? I hope he does someday. So the guys go around, we circle up, and they pray for me. And I look over at little Alan, and I said, do you want to pray out loud? And he goes, yes. And he started praying. Now, he prayed for thanking God for the water and the food and other stuff, but he started listening. He's been listening to the guys pray. And he started praying things that they were praying for. Praying that I'd be filled with the Holy Spirit. And things like that a 5-year-old doesn't necessarily maybe think about. And yet maybe they do. Maybe he's more of a theologian than I give him credit for. And the next week, he says again, I'm ready to pray now, Pastor. Let's go. Goodness, taking over my church. Maybe he should. And down we go to pray. It was funny, because that first week that he prayed, he was following me. Think about may you be covered by the dust of your rabbi. What a wonderful blessing to be said to a disciple. May you be covered by the dust of your rabbi. Following so close that as dust is stirring up as he walked in those days of biblical days, that you would have dust from your rabbi. Now I would say, follow. May I be running into my master and my rabbi, because I'm following so close. If he stops, that I'll bump right into him. He started following me around the church, and I'd go over and I'd greet someone. He was right there, and he'd greet him after me, and It was a beautiful thing. And he goes, "Can I sit up there on the stage with you?" No, not today. I can only imagine what would be going on up there while I was preaching. But he's growing and he's learning. His grandma says to me the other day, she goes, "Remind me, Pastor, to tell you how he prayed for you this week." And so she caught me after church. She goes, "He prayed that you would have an experiment of being the boss of the church." And I wanted to say, I've been experimenting with being the boss of the church for 26 years. Here's the thing. He's teaching these men how to pray while they're teaching him how to pray. I don't know if this 5-year-old boy is called in the ministry or not. I don't get to do that. But I'm going to do what I can as his pastor, and these guys are going to do what they can to help him follow Jesus, whether he's a pastor or not. Because as a pastor, I don't follow Jesus because I'm a pastor. I follow Jesus because he called me and he loves me. You pray for this little guy as you think about it. His name's Alan. Maybe the Lord's calling him. If nothing else, he's calling him to follow him, whether he's a pastor or not. Don't ignore those moments when the Holy Spirit nudges you. He says, "Go do this thing." You know, nothing may come of it. Something great may come of it. So keep chasing the wind, because the wind is blowing. We just need to keep up with it. God bless you. We'll see you next time.